Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Sephora stores are everywhere you are. So just pop in when you need a brown lip to match your 90s playlist, a confidence boost before your interview, or a last-minute gift for mom's birthday. There's always a Sephora near you. Just pop in. Use our store locator to find your local Sephora or Sephora at Kohl's.
Meaningless stuff. Why do we gift so much meaningless stuff? Tired of generic gifts and hollow trends? Shutterfly allows you to create meaningful photo gifts for your family and friends. Whether it's a cozy fleece blanket for grandma, a stunning canvas print for mom, or a mug to make dad smile. Enjoy 40% off with code MAKE40 at Shutterfly.com and make something meaningful this year. See site for more details.
Hello, guys. What's up? Did you miss me so much? I know you don't have to tell me, but you should tell me. Tweet it to me. So, guys, in order to support our show, we need the help of some great advertisers. It really does it's what makes our show run. Remember that? Can we talk about that time where we only were advertised by our? We kept promoting our own ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, guys, we did that. We promote ourselves for a long time, and we've been working our ass off on this podcast, and you guys have been so awesome and liking this podcast that we're now able to not go broke doing it.
Right. It's great.
It's amazing. People who tell me like, Megan, when are you going to buy a house? I don't know. Are you going to, do you listen to my podcast?
Yeah.
Do you listen to my podcast? Are you going to help me do that? So I, still can actually make money and survive. So guys, you guys are so awesome. And we want to make sure that the ads are catered to you. We don't want you guys to have to like listen to stuff that you're like, this doesn't apply. If you're wondering why we have so many ads talking about like mental health and depression and birth control and all that stuff, like we know what you guys want. Mm-hmm. We know, I mean, that's what I want. I'm like, can you get me a therapist? Sick. Cool, bro. So we would love to find out what advertisers you guys are into and find a little bit more about you. So if you could, please go to podsurvey.com/blame, and there you can take a quick anonymous survey that'll help us get to know you a little bit better. That way we can show advertisers just how great you guys are and what you are into. And so we can really cater this so you guys are excited. Like, ooh, that promo code? Yeah, I'm going to use that. Plus, once you've completed the survey, you can enter a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Terms and conditions apply. Again, that's podsurvey.com/blame, podsurvey.com/blame. Should I spell blame for you guys? BLAME. I hope you know by now. Thanks for your help, guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Don't Blame Me. If you are watching this, you can already see our fantastic guest. It is the internet's favorite, Elle Mills.
Oh, wow.
And also Lily Marston's favorite, which
Yes.
she speaks for the internet.
Yes, she does. 100%.
She's relatable. She's quirky. She eats pizza.
Yeah.
She loves all that fucking shit. It's true. She's going to hate that I said that. That's fine. Melissa's also here.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, nice top. I didn't
Thank
even
you.
notice your outfit change.
Thank you.
When
It
did
was
you-
just a jacket change.
Oh, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I just get shirtless when everybody's here and the door's wide open. I'm like, let me switch off. So if you guys are new here, this is the Don't Blame Me podcast. It's an advice podcast where you guys call in and you leave us voicemails and we give you our advice. And the phone number to do that is 310-694-0976. And for our international listeners, you can email us an audio file at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. And I was just telling Elle that I was binging your videos this morning. I felt creepy because like, it was my own fault because I think I was watching like a Dodie video and then you came suggested and I was like, I shouldn't like watch a bunch of, because I've seen a bunch of your videos. I was like, I shouldn't watch them right before I see her because I'm going to do that thing where I'm like, oh my God, so funny about that thing you did last week. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do that.
No, it's like a nice recap.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, okay, sure. And I'm like, oh no. Yeah, so, and I just watched your, the one that like got me into like back into the kick of it was your weight loss video, which I thought was like so good. And like, I'm not going to make you talk about it because like I hate people are like, hey Megan, your anxiety video. I'm like, cool, can we not like talk about that right now? But if you guys haven't seen it, you should just watch it. It's great. So you don't have to say anything. I'll just plug you. You should watch it. It's really good. And I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
So how do you feel like you are giving advice?
You know what? I would say there was a point in time where I was really, really bad. But I think as I've become more empathetic and I've grown and learned stuff, gone through shit. Am I allowed to swear?
Oh, yeah. Cunty shit balls.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, just take it there.
I am now more fit to give advice.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I gave a bunch of shit advice when I was a teenager. Being like, well, one time in a movie, I saw that this happened, and I feel like that's what you should do.
Exactly.
It's like, no. Also, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm Cancer.
Oh, okay. You're gonna be good at this. You're gonna be. Yeah. I
Are you a
Cancer?
Cancer?
No, I like Leo. I'm a Leo, but I like Cancers.
Okay, gotcha.
My best friend's a Cancer.
Do you do like the whole like rising and?
Yeah, we just dove deep into that. Do you know yours?
Yes. Well, it's because everyone in LA, I feel like,
is
yes.
obsessed.
So I had to get that app.
CoStar?
Yes.
Oh my god, huge fan. Wish they were a sponsor. Just made her downloaded it.
It's so the main one, Cancer.
Sun.
Yeah. Rising is okay, wait. The moon is Taurus.
Okay.
And the rising is, oh my gosh. What do we
name them all?
Yeah, name them.
Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Virgo.
I think it was Libra.
Libra?
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. Everyone always goes Cancer, they're really happy. Then I say the next two and they go, oh, interesting.
No, I mean it is. It's definitely, but it also because it will make. I always find it funny when people, or not funny, but when people have like water signs, like a Cancer is like a water sign as like their sun sign, and they're like YouTubers or actors.
Yeah.
Because usually you would tend to have something that's more like attention. But then when you see like someone's like ascending and like, or like they're rising and their moon, you're like, oh, this makes sense because like Libras are very much. Have you seen like all of? Well, I like zodiac signs because of like the memes. There's all the zodiac memes of like Rihanna in like her Met Ball outfit. And it's like when you invite a Libra to brunch and they're like, hello, like I have arrived in my look. And so there's a little bit more of like that kind of like, which makes sense for like forward facing, like in front of the camera kind of jobs. But yeah, and then Cancers are very like mommying and like liking to take care of people and stuff, which I think is great because I like to be taken care of. Okay. Because I'm like needy and need lots of validation. So I like to surround myself with water signs who are like, let me take care of you. I'm like, great, I need help.
I find it so fascinating when other people talk about it because I know nothing about it, but I like hearing other people talk about it.
It's fun. And it's a great way to like, Katie Mort was just on and we were talking about it.
Yes,
and I was asking her because like my therapist, anytime I bring up like zodiac sign, she's like, okay, but we're not going to blame that on you being a Leo. I'm like, that is like just like standard Leo stuff, right? Like just Leo things. And she's like, I need you to not. And then she was like, and then Katie was like, no, I mean like if it validates like those things and then you still work on them, but like you can't just be like, oh, this is why. Like tough shit. Like this is how the planets were when I was born, and like I can't do anything about it. So like, okay. Well, we can stop blabbing about zodiacs and we can get on to giving the advice. Play the tape. Roll the tapes.
Hi, Megan. My name is Roxy. I'm 20 years old from California, and I have a bit of a dilemma, if you will. I am currently dating someone, and I'm kind of like 6 months deep to the point where it's like feelings should be happening. Like I felt feelings at one point, but we're long distance right now. That's really tough for me. And an ex from high school is actually in the city that I'm in right now, and I'm having lots of feelings for them. So I don't know what to do about my situation. Like I really want to act on my feelings for my ex because like I feel like there's still something there, but I also don't want I don't have any reason to break up with the person I'm in a relationship with right now. So I'm kind of stuck. So yeah, if you could have any wisdom or advice, it would be much appreciated.
I'm sweating.
Wow, there are layers to that one.
There are lots of layers. I'm also worried. I wonder when she sent this in because I'm like, are you still in the same city? Did you do it? Did we get to you in time? first thing I'll say to the I have no reason to break up with my boy, your current relationship. The fact that you are having feelings for another person, that's
facts. I agree with that.
That's the reason why. You don't have to break up with somebody because they're horrible or because they've done something terrible or because like, oh, we can't be together. Like, there doesn't have to be Romeo and Juliet. Like, you having feelings for somebody else and wanting to act on them, and like that's reason to break up. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I mean, like I like off the bat, not even hearing about the ex, I'm like, if you don't have feelings for them, then like you're settling. If you're, you know what I mean? And I just think maybe fix that problem first. And the ex is like, that's like a separate thing. I mean, like, don't do anything if you're still dating, for sure. I've never been in a relationship. This is why I mean, like, I can't really give advice.
But that I think is honestly, like, I find that like I mean, I turn everything about myself. And then that sometimes is not productive advice at all, because I'm like, well, I don't want to tell you to do this thing because I definitely did the wrong thing. So I'm going to tell you to do what I did so I can feel better. But I think, I think you're right. They're like two totally separate things. And I think, no offense, girl, but it sounds like you want us to, like, you want to kind of be like, I don't know, make us be on the side of you and your, like, that kind of thing. But ultimately, like, it doesn't matter how, like, your ex being in the picture, just like you said, like, if you need to deal with the fact that you don't have feelings for someone. And 6 months is like, I used to say, like, I was a 4-month person. Like, 4 months in, I'd be like, wow, I hate you, never want to see you again. Like, gonna ghost and like back out of your life and never speak to you again. So 6 months, I don't think, I wouldn't say that that's like a bad thing to realize you don't have feelings for someone. Yeah. And also, like, I don't know. I stopped having feelings for everybody except for my current boyfriend after 4 months. Yeah. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Honestly, this is going to sound bad, but like the fact that it's long distance kind of makes it easier to end it.
Oh my God, that's
I don't know. I'm really bad with confrontation. So I'm like, I was like, oh, just.
You're in a room of people who ghost. So.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a ghost.
Are you a ghoster? Oh my God, we never get fellow ghoster. We get judged.
Really?
Hard.
I've ghosted so many people already. I've already ghosted like 2 people.
Would you rather be ghosted? Would you rather have someone ghost you?
Yeah.
See? Same. That's what we say.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate confrontation.
Hate it. Fucking hate it. Just ghost me. Because then we're doing unto others as we would like done unto ourselves.
Exactly.
So truly we are living the golden rule. So preschool. Got it. Exactly. But yeah, I think you gotta end it. And like you said, like, being long distance makes it easier to end it. And then if you want to pursue something with your ex, like, for sure, then go for it. But I also, I don't think that you can't, I hate the fucking idea of like people like lining up things so when something else ends, they have something to like fall into that place. So if you actually care about this like the person that you're dating, I think you can't convince you wouldn't want someone to convince themselves or talk themselves back into liking you. So you need to then just be like, you know what, they deserve better. They deserve someone who's not going to be thinking about being with other people. And don't cheat, because it's fucking terrible.
Agreed.
Don't do it. It's mean. Okay. Should we go on to the next?
I'm 21. And I'm calling about a situation that happened pretty recently. There's a whole bunch of background that I need to tell you, but just know that there's this guy, and I had a thing with him when I was in college in the United States. This is like 2 years ago. And I ended up having to move away because I had an amazing opportunity to go to school in Mexico. And I'm here, but like, we still talk all the time. I still talk to all my friends over there. I still talk to him a whole bunch. And a couple nights ago, I'm so embarrassing. I got wasted and I ended up calling him. And I don't know if there's unresolved feelings there or something, but like, I basically ended up telling him a whole bunch of stuff and making him tell me a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even think sober me wanted to know, but drunk me was all for asking about and knowing. And I want to know what I should do, because I don't want to ruin that friendship. I still really care about him and think he's an amazing person, but I don't
I don't know if I already did ruin it because of what drunk me did. So should I try to talk to him about it? Should I apologize for what happened? Should I just leave it alone and see how he reacts? I have no idea. Just help.
Wait, so what do we think that she said?
I don't know.
I know.
I'm intrigued.
Me too.
Girl, you still had a whole minute left. You could have gave us the details about what was said.
And like she said things and then made him say things like
Probably like,
tell me you love me, or like have you fucked any girls lately?
ooh.
Like what is it?
Yeah.
My best friend, not to throw her under the bus. I mean, I was definitely big into drug dialing, but she was like, there was a phase in her life in high school in which she could not get drunk without crying and calling someone and crying to them. And it was just such an ordeal. And she grew out of it. And I was definitely like a drunk dialer. But I need to know what was said. Like I could hear her cringing the whole time she was saying it. But I think it depends on, I don't know. Are you a drunk dialer?
I'm a drunk texter.
Oh, what do you like?
At least you remember what you said, though.
You can see it. But at the same time, then you can see it.
Oh,
does she not know what she said?
FaceTimes.
Oh, and then you just like look back and you're like, that was a 40-minute FaceTime.
I'm like,
what the fuck
I don't
did
remember what I said.
Oh no.
She doesn't wait, but she remembers.
Yeah.
So she knows. I don't know. Like, I feel like no matter what it could be, like she obviously needs to talk it out and tell him how she feels about like her doing it drunk, I guess. And like, it is kind of hard not knowing what she said, but I don't know. Just talk it out.
Do you think that like drunk words are sober thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, yes. My drunk words are my sober thoughts.
Yeah. Because I wonder, because her saying that like she doesn't even know if sober her would want to have known or like have asked the same kind of questions. I think if I'm going to like, there's a lot of assumption that I'm going to have to make here, but if you called him and like, let's say that you really tried to like ask like, well, what are we like this like thing? Like, I miss you, and like made it like more of like a romantic thing and like about you guys as a potential item. I think maybe that is how you feel. And now, as Katie has taught us the term moonwalking out of a situation, where like maybe he hasn't responded and now you're kind of like, oh fuck, I'm going to backtrack this. That's not actually how I feel. But I think like sometimes if you're friends with somebody who if you still have these like serious feelings for him, you can have like feelings for a friend and not have like I don't think like serious feelings that you need to act upon, but if it's preventing you from like moving on, like that's how my boyfriend and I got together, is like we were friends and I had a crush on him and I kept it being in my head being like, do I have an actual crush on him because like I like him, or is it because this is fucking easy? And then when I started trying to date other people and then I was like, no, I really like, I think I want to date him, that's when we were able to like do that. But I think like maybe there was a part of you that needed to kind of get the closure. But I think you just have to talk. Yeah. And find out where you both stand. Like I've done stupid shit drunk. Like I think that's how my current boyfriend and I got together. I was more than drunk. I was in Vegas. So
Vegas drunk is a different level.
Well, I mean, it also wasn't just alcohol. So
okay.
Yeah, we all get where we're at. But yeah, so like, and then he was wasted, and we both said the stuff that we never would have said to each other sober. That kind of like we couldn't backtrack, and we both did that because I don't think we wanted to. I think we knew that if we had tried to broach a subject sober, that we would have really like done it in a way of being like, I'm going to give myself an out. But like when you're drunk, you don't do that. And the same thing in high school. I did that when like I had a crush on somebody, like I got wasted and then I like was like, I love you. And then I was like, no, I can't take that back. So I think like you just have to kind of own up to what you said. Figure out if that's what you meant. Because I mean, I like also lie when I'm drunk, but figure out if that's like what you meant. And then also know if your answer, if you're serious, if you think like, oh, well, I wouldn't mean it unless he feels those things back. Try and cut that side of it out, because I think it's more important to figure out how you feel, not like, oh, I feel this way conditionally, depending if this person also felt that way, because then you're not really honoring your feelings. You're just trying to get a good outcome. But I really want to. Can you call back and let us know what this was about? Because like, what if we're so off basis?
Yeah,
I'm really curious.
I feel like we're on the now.
I feel like we gotta be.
Yeah,
because like she was cringing hard. Yeah, which only means like I like want, like you said, like Linz, I want to fuck, or like, and he's like, oh, okay, sure. God, I'm like cringing for her. I've done some real stupid shit drunk too. Should we go on to the next?
I'm 16 and I struggle a lot with self-confidence and body image. You go online and you see all these like beautiful girls and all these pictures that are perfect, and I know it's photoshopped half the time, but like my brain doesn't understand it. So I was just wondering if you could give any advice on like body positivity or loving yourself. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks.
Oof.
Oh God.
Tough
I don't
one.
really know how to do that.
Yeah, me too. I'm literally like, oh.
How to love yourself. Well, I'm in therapy trying to learn that. Okay, my first like super like not productive, really glad there's no real therapist here to be like, hey Megan, do you know the account Celeb Face on Instagram?
No.
It is sad
Yeah.
for the people who are on it, and like I feel bad like that their struggles make me feel better, but what, I'm sorry, like that's just a fact.
Yes.
It's just like celebrities and models. The video, it's like video and photo comparisons of them face-tuned and versus the original picture. So they get the picture from Getty Images and then they post the picture that they did, but it just keeps going back and forth. So you see it.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see like every celebrity, every model, like every person you could think of is on there. And for me, when I found the account, yes, there's a part that I'm like, there's the bigger part of my brain is like, wow, this sucks that like everybody is so programmed to feel this way. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, everybody is programmed to feel this way. So there's no goal or ideal or thing that I can ever get to when I'm not going to feel like this. And because I'm like, no one is immune to that. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, like, it sounds stupid to say to follow that account, but it did make me, you're exactly like she's saying, like, oh, you realize so many of these things are photoshopped. That's like, you can literally see that these things are photoshopped. And then more than that, what was, I don't know, it was like comforting to kind of know, I mean, comforting, but also sad to know, like, oh, these insecurities of mine that I have aren't going to go away with like achieving any sort of goal. Like these people who, I'm sure people feel that way when they see me, I complain about things that they're like, oh, you're being stupid. Like that makes no sense. Yeah. At the same way that I feel when I see other people photoshopping their images. But that's like, I don't know if that's like a good therapist-y way to be like, look, other people do it. Like now you can feel better because like people are photoshopping their thighs. But
I don't know. I mean, like that's good.
But I also don't love myself, so it's not.
Yeah, this is my problem. Like I don't know how to help you. It's just a tough thing because I feel like this is something that like people have to work on throughout their life. Mm-hmm. And it's just like over time you do learn to love yourself, like, and I don't know, she's so young too, she's 16. I don't know, it's just tough. It is tough. I don't know what to say.
Well, I think there's some things that as I've gotten older, like I wouldn't say that like, I mean, like I'm not like in a great place, but like I would say that like I've grown out of certain things, and then other things have bothered, other things that I've focused in on, which I can then only hope is that like as there were certain things that I like really like disliked, I care about less now. Like when I was younger, like if my skin was breaking out, like I would be, maybe that's also because my skin isn't breaking out right now, but like, you know, like there's certain things that like this would make me really, really, really insecure. And now I'm like, oh, or like not having an outfit on, like not having like wearing a cute outfit. I've just kind of stopped caring about that. And there's other things that I care about, but I've kind of realized like I go through phases in which some things really like matter to me in that moment. And then I'll be like, oh, wow, this, however much, like I used to hate having big cheeks. Like I hated it. And then as I got older, I was like, oh, well, no, actually, I don't hate it. Like I kind of like the fact that like I'm going to look younger, like, and it does have that. So I think that like those things, I also think, if you can surround yourself with people, like none of my friends Facetune their pictures. Mm-hmm. And I don't follow, aside from the Celeb Face account, I don't follow people who post pictures like that because I don't like to I don't want to have my Instagram feed with people, because like you do get desensitized. Like your mind can tell you these are Photoshop pictures, but if you're not seeing them being Photoshopped, like it's hard. So I think if you can like eliminate anything that you might find to be like triggering or something that hurts you like that, and even like that can be people that you know, like that can be like friends that you have, just mute them. Like I have so many Instagram accounts of like people I know in real life that I'm like, you've done nothing wrong, but my insecurities, you make me feel bad about myself and you're not trying to, and that's something I need to focus on. But in order to focus on it, I'm not going to look at it, because like that's just like, that's like a form of self-harm, is looking at things that make you feel bad because you want to punish yourself when there's no reason to. And I mean, I push therapy on everybody. I think it's great, but it's a really great way to, like, you can't rewire your brain, but like you can find ways to kind of like, I don't know, like go about it in a different way that doesn't end up with you feeling super shitty all the time. And I think especially when it comes to like being young and having body image issues, like I remember the first time I ever like struggled with that was like when I was in elementary school, and like a family member suggested I didn't wear a 2-piece bathing suit in 5th grade. And Jesus. Like, oh yeah, terrible. But like, and that's something like, why do I don't remember shit from 5th grade, but I remember that. So I think like being aware of that this is having like an effect on you and making you feel bad about yourself, I think is like the first step in kind of, you're not desensitized to it. Like you still can see these things and recognize that they're making you feel bad. And I think that the quicker that you get help with that kind of stuff, I think it is, because it's just like a slippery slope. And and yeah, I think, I don't know if it is comforting that you have 2 people on the couch here who are both like, well, I don't know how to do that. It's fucking hard. Yeah. But yeah, it's like not a fun thing to work on with yourself, because like it isn't. And I say, this is what my one suggestion would be, is don't keep those thoughts to yourself. Talk to like either your parents or sibling, close friend, just so like you could talk it out. And because then some people, like, I don't know, yesterday there was a friend who was saying all these things they would want to get plastic surgery for. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I thought that was crazy because I thought they were beautiful. I was like, what? I see none of those things. So like having someone else's perspective on what you look like, and hopefully they are nice. Most of the time they will be, I'm sure. Friends, if you're family, I think that helps.
Jamil from The Good Place.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, she's awesome. She has an Instagram page called I_way that is all about body positivity. So I recommend following that. And then there's also like a community based around it too on the website where you can talk to other people, and it's iwaycommunity.com. And then there's another website, and I'll put all these links into the show notes, but it has like 10 steps to positive body image. And
send that to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But a couple things on here is like appreciate the things that your body can actually do. And remind yourself that true beauty is not simply skin deep. So it's a whole list of things, and I'll put these in the show notes too.
Yeah, those are much better references than me saying, look at pictures of people that are photoshopped. I mean, hey, whatever works for you. I have a workout instructor who constantly like makes us after like every, which at first I used to roll my eyes. Now I'm like, actually, it's kind of nice. After we do like every like break that we have, she makes us like slap our like arms and our legs and stuff. And then she's like, but make sure you cup your hands. And I was like, the whole time she goes, so we're hugging your bodies because you are all able to come here and spend like $35 at a workout class, which means that you have the money to be here and you can do a squat. And some people can't even do this. So thank your legs for doing the only fucking thing that they're supposed to do. And I was like, you're right. Okay. And I was like in the middle of doing burpees. I'm like, this is inspirational. I guess I'll do some more. Which is like, yeah, I think it's a great thing. Like that your body doesn't exist to be, doesn't exist to be necessarily like everyone's opinion of beautiful. Like it's meant to function. And that's already a great thing that not everybody is lucky to have. Well, this taught me that I need to work on myself, and I have therapy tomorrow, so it's gonna be great. It's time for a break, guys, and we will be right back.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. but at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Own iconic luxury items at unreal values with The RealReal, the leading reseller of authenticated luxury from top designers. Shop from designers like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Rolex, Cartier, and hundreds more at up to 90% off retail. New arrivals come in daily, and every single item is authenticated by The RealReal's team of experts. In fact, The RealReal employs over 100 brand authenticators, gemologists, horologists, and art curators from around the globe who inspect thousands of items each day to ensure that every item is 100% authentic. Shop and consign women and men's luxury fashion as well as fine jewelry, watches, art, and home. Shop online, visit one of their stores in Soho or West Hollywood, or visit one of their luxury consignment offices in Chicago, Dallas, Miami, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. New customers receive an automatic $25 off at checkout. Guys, I just drove by the RealReal store in West Hollywood.
Did you?
I did. It is, first of all, guys, RealReal, hey, if you're listening, pristine, beautiful. I was sweaty post-workout, and I almost was like, hey, let's go in there. And I was like, ooh, hold up. I am sweating, and I think it's 9 a.m., and maybe they're not open yet. But wow, it looks so pretty. I have been perusing online for a long time. I keep guys, maybe someone needs to hold me accountable. I really need to sell a bunch of these bags that I have that I never, ever, ever use. And I really want to buy ones that I'm actually going to use, you know? Like, you know that frivolous spending you do when you're, like, young and you, like, get your first paycheck, and you're like, I'm on top of the world. Me in like 2013 or maybe, I don't know, whatever year that was. But now I want to buy stuff like that I actually really, really, really use all of the time. And I can't like stomach the price of something like brand oh, excuse me. God, I just hiccuped and burped.
Stomach it.
I can't stomach it. I burped because of it. I can't do like something that's like brand new, right off, like drive it right off the lot kind of a thing. I hate stuff that feels like precious that you can't use it because then I don't use it. Like, I don't want that. I want something that someone else has loved, that it's in really great condition, but I'm not spending all of that money that you do just because it's like brand spanking new. Plus, I think it's kind of more fun to find stuff that's like vintage or like a little like older and all that stuff. I found this really, really cute Gucci purse that's got like the bamboo handles, and it was like so cute. And I was like, ooh, what year is this from? And it was like the 80s. So vintage. Fetch. Shop in-store, online, or download the app and get 20% off select items with the promo code REAL. That's therealreal.com, promo code REAL for 20% off select items. This weather can be confusing for your body. You're bundled up in the cold, but after running around all day, you realize you've been sweating under your layers. Keep it fresh and clean this winter with coconut deodorant from Kopari. Kopari's coconut deodorant is aluminum-free, vegan, and does not contain silicones, sulfates, parabens, GMOs, or baking soda. It's a cleaner option that works just as well. Kopari's coconut deodorant is formulated with plant-based actives like sage oil and coconut oil, so you stay fresh all day. It goes on smooth and doesn't leave behind a sticky white residue. Along with their original coconut scent, Kopari offers a fragrance-free version of their deodorant, plus 2 brand new scents, Beach and Gardenia. With Kopari's subscription, deodorant is shipped to you as often as you choose, automatically, for free. They also offer a money-back guarantee. I am actually wearing my Kopari deodorant today. I have the coconut scent, which I love. It really does. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the weather in Los Angeles. It's like 50 degrees, which is very, very cold for me. And this makes me smell like makes me feel like I'm on a beach. And I mean, it does make me smell like I'm on a beach. I'm a huge fan. I also wore it today to Pilates, did the sniff test in the car as you do. Actually, I'll be honest, I was doing a plank and I kind of like checked and I was fresh. I was very fresh. Was I sweating through my leggings under my boobs? 100%. Could you smell that I was sweating? No. I'm a huge fan. I also have always been wanting to get a deodorant that is cleaner because you've read so many articles about how the pores under your arms and all that stuff. It can be so, it's the place you don't want to have something that's, not good for your skin. So I'm so happy that I found one that's natural, that actually works, because your girl works out every day and sweats a lot. Go to koparibeauty.com/blame to make the safe switch today and save $5 off your first order when you subscribe. That's Kopari, Kopari, beauty.com/blame, koparibeauty.com/blame. Imagine if you could chat with doctors anytime from your phone, get prescribed online, and get birth control delivered straight to your door every month with automatic refills. Enter Nurx, the game-changing company that's here to make getting birth control easier. Nurx offers end-to-end care without ever having to leave your home. It means paying for fewer doctor visits, skipping pharmacy lines, and no more forgetting to pick up your refill every month. Plus, if you don't have insurance, it's the most affordable option out there. And if you do have insurance, it could be completely free. Just go to their website or their app, answer a few health questions for their certified doctors. They carry over 50 brands of birth control, so you can choose your go-to, or their medical team will help find the best option for you. It's all safe and secure and HIPAA compliant. Go to nurx.com/blame for a $20 credit and get birth control at your doorstep in less than a week. That's nurx.com/blame. Okay, guys, we are back from our break and we are hopping into more calls.
Hi, Megan. I'm 20 years old. I'm a sophomore in college, and I've been dating my boyfriend for about 2 years. He's awesome. He's my best friend. Everything's really good there, but his family is kind of a problem. So basically, his older brother moved far away a couple years ago, and he recently moved back to try and get a job here, which was all fine. But now he's trying to act like a parent to not only my boyfriend, but to me as well. And I just don't really know how to handle it because he's only a couple years older than us. He's not like 10 years older than us or anything. And he's just like so overbearing. For example, last night, my boyfriend and I were doing stuff and he walked in and I don't think he really saw anything, but he thought he did. So in the morning when we woke up, we heard him tattletaling to his mom, and they're very conservative Christian, and my family's not like that, so I'm not really used to that. And we just have no idea, like, if they're going to bring it up, if I'm not going to be allowed to go over there anymore. I have no idea, and I have no idea how to handle the situation because it's constant overbearing. We never have any privacy. We have a trip planned for our anniversary in a couple months, but that's like the only thing that's getting me through right now because I literally have no privacy with him and it's killing me. So any advice that you have would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Wait, so do they live together?
Oh.
Do they all live there?
It sounds like maybe the boyfriend lives with his parents and they were in their room messing around and the brother walked in on them.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, lock the door. First thing I would say, as somebody who, this is a story I've never told on the podcast, as somebody who got walked in on in high school, I'm not going to be super explicit, but we're all going to understand what I mean. And by we, I mean everybody in the room as I'm looking at. In high school, lunch, my boyfriend and I went back to his place. His grandma lived next door. His grandma walked in on us, and just picture what is worse than walking in on a heterosexual couple having sex. Picture what's like another sexual act that is like worse of her walking in on. She walked in on that, and we had to convince her that she was sleepwalking and was like senile. It was
my God.
so bad.
Who was giving and receiving?
It was a very feminist moment.
Okay, got it.
It was the worst thing of my entire life. Like I literally have goosebumps right now talking about it. I thought in that moment, like when you like the first time you have a panic attack, like this is how I'm gonna die. That was the first moment where I was like, no, this is it for me. This is how I will not be able to recover. It was the fucking worst. So learn the lesson, lock the doors. Like,
yeah. That seems like the simple solution.
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't seem like he's being a parent. It just sounds like he's being a tattletale.
I was gonna say, you've got younger siblings.
Yes, I do.
So would you? I'm like, you did make a roast for your brother for him leaving. So where do you, like, what do you see as like a too much line?
I mean, like, no, the fact that that's not even her brother.
That's
It's her boyfriend's brother.
Yeah.
That's a problem, I think. Because I could see, I don't know. That's a tough situation. I think, well, first of all, maybe like that's a family problem. So I'd say tell your boyfriend to talk to the brother.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because I get it. It's awkward telling him. Oh, that's it's uncomfortable.
It's super uncomfortable. And like, maybe if your family's not as like uptight, first of all, also, I don't understand this because my high school boyfriend was like this too, where his parents really cared if we spent alone time together. I'm like, he can't get pregnant. Like, why do you give a shit? Like, why the fuck do you care? Like, that shit, like that aspect of being like, we want to keep let's make sure that they're hanging out with all these. I'm like, okay, what? Like, sure, be concerned.
But she can get pregnant.
But I'm saying, so like she's saying that her parents aren't as uptight and conservative. And so like then the part of me is being like, well, then you guys should like go hang out at your house. But then
that's true.
Your parents, if anything, they can make the argument. Yeah.
There are ways to avoid it. But if you want to address the problem, then like talk.
Yeah. Also, you guys are like 20.
Yeah.
You're adults. That's weird.
Yeah. Who's assumed? And also, if anything, yes, the family might be conservative, but if they're so conservative, wouldn't the brother, like, wouldn't it be like weird wouldn't the brother not even want to bring it up and been like, hey, by the way, I walked in on like Johnny, like railing Becky last night. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if they're more buttoned up and conservative, like, would you even say something like that?
Also, if you heard them the next morning after you woke up, that means that they're okay with you sleeping over. So why wouldn't that be expected anyway?
Oh, wait. Yeah, this is just like really a lot of questions. I mean, like, honestly, he's going to move out soon, isn't he?
Like,
right?
Also, I mean,
20?
Like, there's a way to avoid just have sex in a car. Like, come on, that's what your 20s are for. Terrible.
But they were probably having sex there anyway before the brother moved back in.
And I'm sure that her boyfriend's parents, like, you can be like blissfully ignorant, like willfully ignorant. Like, you can, like, his parents probably, if you're sleeping over, I'm sure they're not thinking you guys are just not hooking up. Like, I'm sure that maybe you've never had that conversation, so you assume that like they wouldn't be okay with it, but I feel like that's kind of implied once you're that age. And also, if you're not, if your boyfriend and you aren't like very religious and have made it clear that you're not doing that, I feel like I would just assume, especially if you're like sleeping over, like I wasn't even allowed to like do that. And like I grew up in a very sex positive household, but it was never, it was like, tell them test drive the car before you buy it. And I was like, okay, thank you.
Wow. Different household.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I would say the conservative family.
Yeah.
Like that would be my part of my family. My family's very complex. Like my mom and my brother, we're chilling. We're fine. Yeah. But we don't really talk about it. But like my dad and like my half sisters, their mom is very religious. Oh, wow. So my half sister's boyfriend and her, I'd say that's the problem they would have. Yeah, they were having. And the overprotective brother would be my oldest sister.
Okay.
They definitely had this, but like here's the thing: it hasn't really been resolved. It's just kind of like been tense.
Just stays there.
Yeah, they just kind of like they just try to avoid her.
Yeah.
So avoid him. That's probably the best.
I mean, honestly, I think there's like at a certain point, like at least, I mean, I'm a huge run away from conflict kind of person. If I know I can't win.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to participate in like confronting someone if I don't have the upper hand. So I think like, yeah, if it just means like, sure, maybe like because he's there, it's like not as easy for you guys to get away with like hooking up. So like don't hook up at the house. Like if you feel uncomfortable around his family, limit the time that you're there. And if his brother brings something up, like just know that like, you've got your boyfriend, like it'll be okay. Like any sort of like awkward tension or like nasty things that they might say, you've got someone who's he will hopefully be in your corner for it. So you're not kind of being like, I don't know. Yeah, I may just spend more time with your family or spend more time out of the house.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Also, did you guys like get in trouble? Like what happened? What were the consequences? Nothing even happened. It just seems like that.
Yeah, to
the
me,
brother
it just sounds like,
doesn't have a life.
Tension. Like it's gonna be like no one's gonna ever say anything, and like I don't think she needs to worry about getting yelled at because I think like there's probably like a level of like uncomfortableness that's like oh like we disapprove and you're gonna know that, but we're not gonna say it out loud. Like we're gonna make you feel like that. But also. Maybe you guys like, I don't know, like, yeah, if she doesn't live there, like, try and do stuff other places, you know? And also were the parents home? That to me is like a level of like,
they knew she was staying the night.
Yeah, so that's true. Or did they not? Was she hiding under the bed? That'd be a really big one. I really want to know. I'd love more details on this one. If you can give us an update or just, give us some more details because I'm very curious about it.
He needs a life. He needs to find a job and move out and get a life.
Yeah. Should we go on to the next?
So I have a situation. I'm 18. I'm in my last semester as a high school student. I've never really been one to have very many friends. Because I had a situation with a friend when I was younger, gave me a lot of anxiety, I went through some severe depression, but I'm doing better now and I've made some friends, but I have a really big issue because my best friend in the whole world has kind of opened up to me that she has feelings for me, and that's fine. We're both bi, we both know it. But like she's been showing it a lot. And I love her so much. Like she's my best friend in the whole world, but I don't feel that way about her. And she's been going through a lot of tough shit, and I don't want to like put her through more stuff and like break her heart, but I don't want to lead her on. And I really don't know what to do. And the only person I would ever be able to talk about this with that I'm super close to, as close as I am to her, just left for basic training for the Navy about 2 weeks ago, and this happened last week. And I'm trying really hard to not hurt her feelings, but also keep myself in mind because it's weighing on me, and I don't know what to do, on top of the fact that I miss my friend who's away, and my best friend, the person I talk to every day. I don't want to hurt her. My life's just a hot mess. I'm sitting here having one of those mental breakdowns in a Target parking lot. But yeah, I don't know what to do, and I really need some advice. So please help. Thank you.
Wow.
Breakdown Target parking lot though is my brand. Like, that is
that's a mood.
When I was in college, I used to go to like the Walmart parking lot and just sit there, or go inside because they were open 24 hours. So it'd be like late at night, and I just walk around. So I feel you.
Yeah, you just like push a cart, and you're just like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. And you're kind of spiraling as I'm going through like the throw pillow aisle. Wait, so did her friend tell her explicitly?
I'm assuming that.
Yeah, her friend told her.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oof. Yeah.
I feel like I've been on both sides. I empathize with the friend that has the feelings. I feel bad, but like it's a tough situation. But I feel like the girl on the phone, she seems, the fact that she still wants to be friends, that's good. Because there's some people who like, as soon as their friend has feelings for them, they like, they get mad and they're angry about it. I think
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 45% off select styles. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Well, does the friend know that she doesn't have feelings for her?
I don't think that's why I wonder what her response was.
Yeah.
Because right now she's trying to figure out what to say. Like, were you just like, BRB, hold that thought?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how you left it off, because I think there's also, if you didn't say you had feelings back, I think that it's probably implied. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that I agree.
Yeah.
I think that then it just comes down to that person having to figure it out. Yeah, and like get over it.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And it's true. So I think, I don't know if there is, exactly what you're saying, I don't know if there is something that you need to say, unless you said, like, I don't know how I feel. But also, again, I think it's unless like, at least for me, like when I'm telling someone if I like that I like them, unless they say I like you too, any other response is I don't feel the same way. Like, even if they're like, I'm not really sure, I'm like, cool, you don't feel the same way. They're like, well, I think you're really awesome, and like I'm just not ready for a relationship. I'm like, cool, you don't feel the same way. So I don't think you need to like throw salt in the wound. She might already know that. But I wouldn't feel, I think it's like you can be empathetic, but I don't think there's a reason to feel too terrible, because like I'm also just a believer of like, if I like somebody and they don't like me back, like then like, okay, that wasn't meant to be. Like then I don't, then however she feels about you, I don't believe that like your great loves can be like can be ones that aren't reciprocated by someone else. Like I've found like every time that I've been in love, it's been only when I'm receiving love back from that person. Like I can't be in love with somebody who doesn't love me. Yeah. So I think that didn't love me at some point. Like if you get broken up with, like you can still have those feelings. So I think like if you don't feel those things, obviously that's totally okay. But know that like, yes, it makes it a little stickier when you're friends. And I think that's probably why they said something, was because it was like, I need to say this now so I can get over it or figure this out. And then I think your job as a friend is just to be supportive in whatever they need to do to get over it. So if that's like taking some space or some time apart, or like pretending like it never happened, I think you just need to kind of take the cues from them. Yeah. But did she bring it up again?
I don't know. That's just so messy. It really honestly depends on how that person, the friend that has feelings, is like takes it and like continues on the friendship. Because if they continue to be like madly in love with her, then that's not good, because that's just an imbalanced friendship.
Exactly. And it's probably like she's waiting to see if your feelings will change.
Exactly. So it's like it's all like situational, I think, in this case. And the only thing that I wish there were names, the girl on the phone, the only thing she can do is just be a supportive friend, but also like don't let it change your friendship. Yeah. But like if it continues to be a thing, then it has to be addressed and resolved somewhere.
Yeah, because then that's not necessarily a friendship, because you're not getting a friend back. Like you're getting someone who's wanting something else, and then that's
just stringing them along almost, but you
didn't consent to do that. Yeah. You're like, I didn't want to string this along, but if they're not going to be able to be a friend back, which also I think is like fine. Like I've had feelings for friends before, and then like it hasn't like worked out, and then I'm like, cool, never want to see you again, don't want to be your friend, like I'm done, which I think is also fine. But if you guys are like, I'm not like a destiny believer, but like if this person is a good friend and this wasn't if this person's like a good friend and really cares about you, they're going to like want what's best for you, and know that like, oh, if that's not being with me, then like that's like totally okay. But I think it was probably something they just had to get off their chest more, because I think keeping feelings from your friends when you have feelings for your friends is so hard. Yeah. Because like, oh, have you talked to anyone? You're like, oh, you're like, no, I speak people are cool. Like, no, it's fine. I'm good.
It's really no matter what the response is, it does feel like a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah.
No matter, it's just like good to get it out in the open and not be keeping a secret from like one of your closest friends.
Yeah.
you know?
No, it can be rough, but yeah, it's going to be fine. You guys are going to be fine.
Yeah, you're chilling.
Yeah, you're chilling. You're chilling. You're chilling. Elle Mills told you you're chilling, guys. Goals. Is it time for Don't Blame Them?
Yep.
I did it for the first time. It's like 3 words to remember, and only one of them is different than the name of the fucking podcast. So I don't know what's up with
But
me.
it's the first time it's like official.
It's true.
Now.
That's true. We've just been like soft launching it for months. So this is a segment in which listeners call back and they give their own advice on advice we've given.
Gotcha.
So if they've like personal experience with something like this, they're not like the callers they're not giving us updates, but they're being like, oh, I listened to this in my car and now I'm going to give you my 2 cents.
Gotcha.
So
Like that.
Yeah.
let's get schooled.
Says your shirt. So the original call was from the episode with Lindsay Simzik. And it was the caller. She had been in a relationship for a long time and just discovered that she was bisexual and she didn't know what to do about it, even though she was still in love with her boyfriend and didn't want to break up with him. So this is someone calling with similar experience.
Okay.
Hi, Megan and Mel. I was just listening to your episode with Lindsay Simkick, and I can relate to the girl in the long-term relationship who is bisexual. So I'm 26, and I've been with my husband for 9 years now. I've never been with a woman, but I identify as pansexual. My husband knows. I told him pretty early on in our relationship. Because I kind of knew when I was, I don't know, like 15, 16. And so I kind of let him know straight away, and he didn't have a problem with it. He trusts me, and I know the kind of stigma that comes with bisexuality that, I don't know, you always want threesomes and you want to cheat and have an open relationship. But as long as you're open and honest and communicate with your partner, like he's never wavered on his trust with me, so it's never been an issue. And it sounds like her partner was very open and like that way, so I don't think she's gonna have an issue if she does decide to come out with him. However, I also feel like you don't need to come out if you don't want to. Like, I do identify as pansexual, however, maybe 5 people in my life know. My husband and the only person in my immediate family that knows is my sister. My sister is gay, but neither of us have felt like we need to come out to our parents. Our parents are super like liberal, like they wouldn't care if who we liked, as long as we were happy in our relationships and that kind of thing. However, we just don't feel like we need to come out. We just like who we like and whatever. But yeah, if you don't want to come out to anybody, that's fine. If you want to come out to everybody, that's also fine. Don't feel pressured to need to come out. Like it's not a huge deal. Like, it is a part of you and it's a part of me. However, it's not the be all and end all if everybody knows or if nobody knows. So I kind of live my life that way. Like, I have friends that know, and like when we go out, like there's a bunch of us who are gay, and we'll kind of joke and we'll be like, oh, like the gay parade is out on the town or whatever. Like, we're super nerdy. So, yeah, just a little 2 cents from someone who's kind of relating to you. Your husband or your partner sounds really great, so I wouldn't worry too much about telling him. So thanks.
That was cute. I like her voice.
Yeah.
I really like how she talks. I wonder where she's from.
Yeah.
I know. Wait, we'll look it up later. Not to be creepy.
Well,
Wow.
she was an international call.
Yeah, but international call stealing Gabby and Allison's thing. That was great. I think, I think it, because I mean, both Lindsay and I Lindsay identifies as straight, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
If I sing it, then it's like not fully like a committed statement.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I've always said that. I'm like, I'm straight, but wouldn't rule anything out. I've just like never met a girl I was into.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that girl doesn't exist. So I like getting I'm glad we can have input from somebody who is in a very similar situation. And I have friends who've been in the situation who have come out as bi in a relationship with like heterosexual relationship, and like have stayed in, both people I know have stayed in those relationships for the last like 6 or something years. So I think she's right that you don't have to come out, or you could come out in like the greatest YouTube video of all time.
Yeah,
it is, but it genuinely is.
Thank you.
I don't know how many times I've watched it. It's like who the fuck needs TV? Like it is. Oh my God, it's like my favorite.
Love getting gassed up.
You should. I mean, yeah, that fuels that.
Thank you.
No,
it was like the whole time she's like, you don't need to come out. I was like in my head, I was like, wow, I'm the polar opposite. I literally came out the biggest way.
Well, no, I think that's like it's good to have both vocalize, because like you don't have to like I think there's some things like I definitely have like put a lot of my life on the internet that I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, but then I'm like, I don't know. And at the time I was like, that's what I needed to do, and I have always kind of been that way. Mm-hmm. But I think there's also something to be said about that doesn't have to always. Yeah, you don't have to fit one of two ways. You can come out to some people or not everybody. But yeah, so hopefully that caller's doing good, and maybe she did or maybe she didn't come out. Who knows? Because it doesn't really matter. It's her life, not mine. Mm-hmm. Though I do care about her well-being. I hope her life is fun and good and great and awesome. So that is it for our episode. Elle, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
It's so good. Such a good time. Where can people check you out on the internet?
YouTube.com/Elle Mills, and then Elle Mills on any other social media.
I also stalked your mom on Instagram.
Oh
today.
My God.
Sorry.
Elle Mills' mom, if you want to check her out.
First of all, does she write her own captions?
Yeah.
Fire. Fucking fire. Okay. So good.
The thing is, people think, some of my friends think I do, and I'm like, if I ran that account, it would be 10 times better. It would be so much better. But I mean, yeah, she loves it. Like, it's like, that's her pride and joy, her Instagram.
I mean, I really, I don't know why I had never looked before, but it did not disappoint. Like it was everything I wanted and more. Yeah. It's like James, it's like Bretman Rock's like little like niece. It's like when I finally found her, when I finally decided to look at her Instagram, I was like, does not disappoint. Yeah. Like I really should have looked at I don't know why I didn't think higher enough. I'm like, I feel so bad.
I don't promote it, so don't worry.
Well, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So guys, if you liked this episode and you are watching it and you want to listen to it on the other apparatusi, what's the plural of apparatus? Apparatuses?
I'm not too sure, honestly.
Me neither.
Apps.
Yeah. I mean, true.
Appies.
Literal apps. You can check us out at don'tblameme.show. We are also on Apple Podcast app. We're on Stitcher, ad-free, SoundCloud. And then if you are listening on any of those places, you can watch the video on YouTube, see what we look like. I'm very mustard yellow today. And if you want to check out Melissa and I, our socials are down below. And then the Instagram account for the podcast, if you want to check that out, is Don't Blame Meme Pod. Don't blame meme pod. Don't blame meme pod. So
nice.
That's it, guys. And we will see. Oh no, I have to give the phone number again. Did I do that already? No. Okay, my Adderall wore off a while ago, and I brought the wrong one, so I can't take any more. Oh, okay. So if you want to leave us a voicemail for an upcoming episode, the number is 310-694-0976. And if you want to email us, our international listeners, you can email us an audio file at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. That's all the information I have in my brain. And
You're
that's
good.
all I've got. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Imagine ordering and chatting with doctors all online and getting birth control delivered right to your door every month. Enter Nurx, a company that's here to make getting birth control easier. Nurx means fewer doctor's visits, skipping pharmacy lines, and automatic refills you don't have to think about. Plus, it's the most affordable option out there without insurance and could be free with insurance. Go to nurx.com/blame for a $20 credit. Don't Blame Me is a production by me. Executive produced by Melissa DeMonts. Camera operator Amanda Lechner. Production assistance by Julie Carley. And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso, part of the HerPod Network.
Get softer, smoother, and more even-toned skin after just one use with the new Gentle Exfoliating line from Cetaphil. Formulated with a unique triple acid blend that promotes surface skin cell renewal, these gentle chemical exfoliators remove dead skin cells and refine skin's texture while hydrating, resulting in softer, smoother, more even-looking skin. Shop the new Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating line in the face and body aisles at your local Target store or online at Cetaphil.com.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast, and with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.